G'day community, Lekdog here with I guess it's not another video, but it's a video and it's the first one we've done in a couple of years. It's kind of nice to be back. Got a new setup, don't know if the green screen's working or not, don't know if the light's working, don't know if the audio's working, hoping for the best. It's good to be back, community. It's good to be speaking with you. So let's just start off with I guess it's mid-round now, some mid-round question and answers. So people have sent these in to me on Twitter, and we might even open something up on the website at some stage, and we'll just have a chat. Have a chat before the big game today. North v St Kilda starts very shortly. So let's get this video up and ready. Daryl says on Twitter, people are trading Fife over 2,000. Do you think they'll be okay when he scores 160 this week? No, they won't. But to be fair, this is very quickly weeding out the bad coaches from the good. Fife, of course, is life, and when he scores 160 with the VC on him this week, we'll be very happy with his 320 points come the end of this round. So don't trade your primos. If you're considering it, don't do it. Unless they're injured, no reason to. Rooster is running a competition with people from all over the Supercoach realm, people representing each team. I'm representing Carlton. Baron Von Crow is representing Adelaide in the competition. He asks, Lek versus Baron Von Crow, who takes the chockies in our league? Well, sorry Baz, you do all the research and I just pick out all the best fits, so it's going to be me. You make it very easy for me, mate, because you're too good at research yourself. My biggest Supercoach score predicted this year, really want to say Dangerfield. Has the potential, of course, to have a 250 this year. I don't think that's out of the realms at all. But we'll say Buddy Franklin gets a 260 when he kicks 14 goals against North Melbourne. Why not? And the best Supercoach pod in the forward line for the year, not Kane Lambert. Let's just keep going with McLean. He is the people's champion, the community's choice. Seems to be in a lot of JR community teams. Matt Stafford. How do you maintain your brilliant mustache? Well, thanks, mate. Just let it grow. A few grey hairs are coming through, which is concerning given I'm 25. I feel like I'm aging rapidly. It's a nightmare. Yeah, just shampoo, bit of a shave, bit of a trim. I've got some world's greatest, no, not world's greatest shave. I've got some Movember scissors that I use to just trim her up. So that's how you do it, mate. Sauce in the fridge or cupboard from Riley. Love this, Riley. Love it, mate. Obviously, you keep it in the fridge. You're a maniac if you don't. It literally says on bottles of sauce to keep in the fridge once opened. I also like filling the cold sauce on my hot food, and you can keep your gross cupboard sauce away from me. If you disagree, please unfollow me. Thank you very much, everyone. Is it wrong that I'm giving my round 3 trade plans? This is from Cleon Tacey. My round 3 trade plans, codenames like Softly Softly and Danger Helpers. No, because I do the same. Mine are Panic Panic Panic, when Dangerfield scores 200 this week and I don't know how to get him in. Or Cry Yourself to Sleep, where Dangerfield scores 200 this week and I don't know how to get him in. So, I know, I like it. I'm all for codenames. What's the capital of Uzbekistan? Sorry, mate, my family's from Dalmatia, so not sure on Uzbekistan. Could tell you a lot about the small area in Europe that we're from, so couldn't tell you much. Grigsy, Lek, would you rather be Damien Hardwick, John Longmire, or Molly Meldrum? Well, this one's bloody easy. Damien Hardwick's just signed a big old contract based in Melbourne and has won a flag. Longmire, you'd have to live in Sydney, and Molly Meldrum, you'd have to wear a stupid hat. So pretty easy there, Grigsy. Thanks, appreciate it. Dave C. asked me what the meaning of life is. Fife. Silly question. Do ladies fancy your tickler? No, David. Just the one for me. Just the one for me. And Snack Zyder. I own Mason Cox. Okay, alright, let's see where this goes. Would you say it's time for me to crack my head open and feast on the goo inside? It's time to panic, that's for sure, Snack. What can you really do? If you've got cash, trade him up. If you don't have cash, trade him down, bring in English. They're going to score the same, and one's 200 grand cheaper. Sorry, mate, you've maybe made a bit of a blue there. Made a bit of a blue. All right, let's go to some more questions. Jake Morris. Shout out to Jake Morris, champion. Mario Finlayson on the field. Bejovic is what he says. Finlayson. You've got to back in the rookies at this stage that have performed, and obviously he outperformed Murray. Murray also plays for Collingwood, as James Motterhead of Herald Sun points out. Collingwood will be obliterated. So, yes, Finlayson for me. The Game, who we see a lot of on Twitter. He's a very good contributor to the Supercoach community. The Game, Supercoach. If Danger scores sub 120, do you still put him in, or do you buy the dip? It's actually an interesting question. In my planning, I'm trading Gary Ablett up to Dangerfield in round 3 when Gary Ablett inevitably doesn't make it to the trip to Perth. But if Danger was to score sub 120 and Gary Ablett was to tell us he's going over to Perth and actually went over to Perth, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one because you can make some money. I say stick to your plans. Dangerfield's still going to outscore everyone else in the comp, presuming his leg doesn't fall off. So you've got to bring him in. Stick to your plans. I'll stick to mine, and we'll bring him in. Get on Red, seen you around, mate. Love you. Love your work, Johnson Tragic. Going away for a long weekend? No, mate. Just doing a lot of work, sadly. A lot of Supercoach research as well, so it's not all bad. Daryl, we love Davies _ Daryl. Can I borrow some money to get Dusty to Koch? And we've actually got, I'm just looking through, there's a few questions here about, not from Koch, from Crouch. A few questions here about Crouch. Matty Crouch, injured. Hamstring. Not a doctor, don't know how long he goes for. Let's presume it's 3 weeks. Trade him. Who to? My assumption is you want someone in the same buy round. So that someone for me is a downgrade to a Luke Parker, who's played very well last week, and I expect to average about 110. But I'm assuming that if you've got the 600k, you want someone of that sort of higher echelon, upper echelon, higher ilk of player who averages above 110. For me, there's a couple of options, two purple options, to be honest with you. Nat 5 is the obvious one, presuming you have him in your team. Lachie Neale, for me, is the clear one here. I would love him as a replacement to Crouch. He's a talented player. He's probably going to average above 110, close to 115 this year. Bit of a pod in not in many teams. Had 99 to start it this season, and just a good selection. Scotty Williams asked a question that a lot of people have asked. Why did I listen to Lekdog and bring Lambert into my team? I don't know. I don't know why you did. I did it too. I regret it. I will be corrective trading that, despite Prestia coming back into that side next week, which we think he might. Lambert just hasn't done what he did last year, and it's disappointing. Maybe he ends up averaging 85, 90 for the year, but it's already too late, so he's out of my team. We'll be looking to get we'll see how Dev Smith goes this week. Otherwise, it'll be an upgrade, a slight upgrade, which is fine. Is Fife really live? We've already gone through that. Yes, he is. Thanks, Nathan. And Tim English, worth considering. Yes, Tim English is worth considering. He is I actually bought him in last week after Cruiser was injured, so it didn't cost me a trade. If you've got Tony Alango on the bench, and shout out to you, Tony, you are the community's champion, you're the community's captain, and we look forward to doing a little collab with you coming up. Thank you, mate. Thanks for your contributions. We love you. You're the captain of us for the year. But in hindsight, if you got Cruiser, you might need backup on the ruck, and Tim English is a fantastic option. He's going to get a bath. He's going to get an absolute bath from Nick Nanui this week. Might only score 40 points, but 40 is better than 0. Is it worth a trade for another rookie that looks like they might be getting dropped at some stage? Say it's a Venables or a Fogarty for Geelong. Yeah, I think it's a safe bet to bring Tim English in. What to do with Bell? Oh, Davey G, go back in time, mate. Don't pick him. Don't pick him. It's very difficult to know what to do with Bell. Look, just downgrade him to a rookie, mate. He's it's just unfortunate. Preseason trap, we thought he might be, so just downgrade him to a rookie, make some cash, spend that cash elsewhere. Yeah, never was going to be a keeper, so wouldn't worry about it. Stephen, I'm running 5 rooks in the forward line because I can't trust any premiums except for Green, and it's scary that you trust in Green. He'll miss weeks this year at some stage. Is 5 too many? Yes, Stephen, 5 is too many. But you're kind of stuck to your structures at this point. So I would just make sure that your first upgrade is going to be one of those rooks. I'm not sure how you've got 5 going. Ryan, Langdon, Fritsch, Garlett, and Tim English maybe? It's risky, mate. I'd be looking to try and upgrade one of them as soon as you can. Best midfield rookies to put on ground for this round from Good Eddie. So for me, I'm running Holman. I mean, he's played AFL football before. Tim Kelly, you can't deny his the impact he had last week, and has been named on. I believe he was named on the ball. It might have been on the wing. I think he was named on the ball. And then I think you still run Brayshaw, only the 58, but one of the better options in my opinion. Don Barry had a fair bit of possession, 22 touches or something like that, but wasn't really impactful. I'm backing in those 3: Kelly, Holman, Brayshaw. Not sure what everyone's setup is, but yeah, stick to them. Maybe Banfield as well. Hard to know though. Fremantle got all these rookies coming in. It's crazy. Cal, vodka raspberry or vodka coke? Vodka raspberry, raspberry every time. Give me a raspberry flavoured thing, always. Jeffrey Head, what's a good VC score to sit on if you don't have the big 4? He reckons 120. I've in the past said 115 plus is an easy way to do it. I reckon 125 is the perfect number because it means that score's doubled. 250, that's about. I mean, if you're going to have a really good round, that's 10% of your score. In a regular round, it's actually a little bit more of a higher percentage than 10%. So if you can knock that out and then with the rest of the guys on the field score, 2,100, 2,200 between them, you're laughing. So, yeah, 125 for me. Scott asks, is Callum Sinclair worth a look? It's hard to justify that look now. If you started with him, you'd be feeling pretty good right about now. But if you're downgrading to injury, there's too many unknowns. You'd rather nick that, I think. I mean, yeah, his knees are cooked, but you know what he's capable of. Callum Sinclair. Yeah. Horse loves to run Dean Towers and pinch it in the ruck. There's just too much risk. I'm not a big fan of the Sinclair downgrade. If you started with him or you have him in draft or a chance to pick up in draft, great pickup. I need a replacement for Crouch. Already covered that. Lucky Neil for me. First predicted rookie trade out. It's a good question from Ben. I suspect Brayshaw at 198k already will be the first trade out. Don't think he's going to appreciate very quickly or as much as we would like. So you might only get 100 grand out of him or 150 grand. The others are going to keep building faster, but also for longer based on current trajectories. Doty, Murray, Finlayson, Murphy, Banfield, Kelly, Holman, they're all going to make a lot of cash for a long time. So for them, for the chance of that, it'd be Brayshaw for me, I suspect. What to do with Cruiser if he's a laid out? Yeah, discussed that already. Tim English for me if he's a laid out, or trade him down to Nick Nat, Steph Martin, Todd Goldstein. All right, community, it's a quick one. That's all the answers and questions we really have time for. It wasn't that quick actually, but hope you enjoyed it. Let's do this. Let's crack open the rest of the round, and I'll see you around. See you later, community.